Today, I want to demonstrate some Canvas-related functions in Ascent. First of all, I have a local Canvas setup here, and if we log in, we can see that I have two courses in this local Canvas setup, Test Course 1 and Test Course 2. So, Test Course 1, I have 6 students here, student 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and like in senior design, I group them into two groups, student 1, 2, 3 in first group, 4, 5, 6 in second group. I have created 3 rubrics in this course: oral communication, software engineering, and teamwork. And I also created several assignments: project presentation, deliverables, teamwork assessment, course grade, kind of like in a senior design course. And for project presentation, I associated with the oral communication rubric. And similarly, project deliverables is associated with the software engineering rubric, and teamwork is associated with the teamwork rubric. I have already did the rubric assessments. So, for example, if we look at speed grader, we can see that for project presentation, I have evaluated all 6 students with some randomly selected ratings. And for the project deliverable assignment, it's a group assignment, and the grade is assigned to per group. So we can see that there are only 2 groups, and I have assigned I have done rubric assessments for both groups. Okay, so we have done rubric assessments on Canvas, and the idea is that we want to import this into our Ascent assessment management system so that we can get some reports and analytics. So let me log out here, and let's switch to Ascent. So let's first log into Ascent, and then we go to Tools and Canvas. And there are 2 Canvas-related functions here, course templates, which we'll get to in a moment, and courses. So if we want to see the courses on Canvas, the system will automatically redirect us to be authenticated against Canvas. So this is using authorization protocol called OAuth2, and it's the same protocol used by similar type of functions. For example, if you see a website online that says login using Google or login using Facebook, it's the same process. Here we are basically logging using Canvas. And here I'll enter my Canvas credentials, and the OAuth2 protocol requires that we have an additional step of authorize the Ascent application to access my Canvas material. So we say authorize. And now we are back to Ascent, and notice that it's showing the 2 courses I have on Canvas. Notice that here, if I log into Canvas using a different account, then the courses here will be the courses taught by the other user. So in other words, we don't have any super user access to Canvas. It's whoever authenticated through Canvas, and then we can see that users Canvas materials, in this case, the courses they teach. So if I look at the first course, I can see all the assignments in the course, project presentation, deliverables, and so on. And we can also see the rubrics associated with each assignment. This assignment, for example, doesn't have a rubric associated with it. Now here, we can import the rubric assessments from Canvas. So here, for example, if we look at software engineering rubric, we can see that we have data from Spring 22 from the course 4962. And let's say that we want to import the new assessment for this rubric from the Spring 23 class. So we click this button, and here we say it's from the course 4962, and the instructor is me, and we click import. And now we get all the data from Canvas. Notice that on Canvas, for software engineering, we actually only gave 2 assessments for each group, but internally, Canvas still treat the assessments as individual. So 3 students got the same assessment, 3 other students got the same assessment. This is why we are still getting 6 assessments from Canvas, not 2, because it's still individual. It's just that everybody in the same group gets the same assessment. So we can go back, and if we look at this course again, we can see that it has remembered that we have imported the data on May the 10th. If we try to import again, we can, but it gives us a warning that says assessments previously imported will be deleted, or assessment from this assignment will be re-imported. So if we do this again, and it will still be 6 assessments. We are not adding to the previous one. This is useful if we want to re-import assessment, if more assessments came in or something like that. We can also import another one. Let's do the oral communication one. So let's import oral communication, and we got all the data here for oral communication. And as we can see now, in addition to Spring 22 data, now we also have Spring 23 data from this course. So this is how we can get assessments from Canvas. Now let's look at another function where we can push rubrics and assignments to Canvas. So let me log out here, and let me, because I logged in previously on the same browser, this time we are automatically in, and I want to show that in the first course I have created manually the rubrics, the assignments, and so on. But in the second course, there is no assignment and there is no rubric. So the idea is that maybe I'm teaching a new course. I never taught this one before, and I don't want to manually create the rubrics. Or maybe I'm just a new faculty and I don't know what assignments or rubrics I should have in this course. So what we can do is we can use the course template function. A course template is basically a template where we pre-create some courses and associate those courses with some rubrics. For example, I have a template here for 4961, and this template basically says this course should have 4 assignments that are related to assessment, project documentation, and this one is associated with the software engineering analysis rubric, teamwork assessment, associated with the teamwork rubric, presentation associated with the oral communication rubric. So this is something we can pre-create on Ascent, and then later on, if we are teaching a new course, as we can see, test course 1 has all these assignments and rubrics, and test course 2 has nothing. And here we can say, pick a course template and then create the rubrics and assignments from the course template. So here I'll pick the 4961 template and I'll say create. And then now we can see that it creates the assignments. If we come back and come here, we can see that now we have 4 assignments here, and we have 3 rubrics here. Now, ideally, I would want this function to automatically associate the assignments with the rubrics, kind of like the templates shown here. However, I couldn't figure out how to make those associations between assignment and rubrics. I did quite a bit research and just couldn't find how to do it. Even ChatGPT didn't know how to do it. But fortunately, it's pretty easy to do manually. So since we already have the assignments and rubrics created, all we need to do is say add rubric, and then we pick the rubric from here. And that's it. Now we have associated this rubric with this assignment. Later on, if I figure out how to do this through the Canvas API, I'll modify this function to do that automatically. Until then, we can still do it manually with a little bit additional effort. Okay, so this is the demonstration.